And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy FlyIslandGuy. It's been a minute. Since we've had a video out. Yeah, it's a lot of business going on, and I am actually back in Halifax just for the week. Before I make my way back over to Kitchener to be back with the family. So it's been an amazing week so far, but I decided to take some time out and get a couple flights in. So today we are back in Guasdualito, and we're going to be heading over to Benito Salas Airport, and that is Colombia. So we're making our way back to Colombia again. We've kind of been bouncing back and forth, but I want to head further south at some point. But in the meantime, we have our engines up and running and ready to go. Going to be departing runway 24 today, climbing to an altitude of 20,000 feet. I'm actually just going to go ahead and set that in our altimeter before we get out of here. Then we're going to complete our checklist and we are going to go and take off. Now, I actually tried to attempt this flight before, and unfortunately we were, for some reason, parked inside the building. As you can see, even right now we're like in a weird spot. So we're gonna have to take our time as we move and try to get out of the grass and head on to the runway. Okay, what we'll do right now though, we will disconnect our external power. Don't need that anymore. Let's bring up the checklist over here. And right, we're gonna go ahead and turn off our starter. Let's see. Condition levels, I'm sure what happened there. That shouldn't be all the way up. Condition levels are set to auto. Start switch is off. From there, let's get our probe heat on. And I think that's about it. Flap set to 15. As usual, nothing in the way of VATs in today, so I'm not going to worry with the transponder too much, but we've already set our altimeter. Going to get our flight plan up, set our screen to the correct screen, our MFD. Actually, I think it's supposed to be your ND. There we go. What I will do is just confirm our takeoff data. 110 knots set. We are good to go. Already have our LNAV, VNAV set. Altitude is set. Our the altimeter is set as well, which reminds me, let me just bring up the weather real quick just so we can take a look at that. As far as I know, there is a bit of weather pretty much every single time. Every single time we've been flying so far in South America, it's been a little rough. And this is where we're going to be heading. Benito Salas Airport. It's a lot of weather like in the area, so we're sort of going to be flying through this this column of relatively clear weather on the way there. The winds are in our favor. well, sort of, sort of all over the place. But landing, the wind should be in our favor, and should keep most of the weather out the way. Well, as you can see, like the winds are crazy over here. A lot of bad weather on the west coast of South America. We should be avoiding most of that. All right, so let's get underway. All right, anything else left in the checklist? Let's see, things so taxi checklist. Let's go ahead and get our taxi takeoff lights on. So let's get these guys here and release our parking brakes. Let's also get the gust lock off as well. And let's start our taxi, folks. All right, how about we disconnect the ground power and the wheel chocks first? Forgot about that. There we go. Gonna take our time coming out the grass. All right, no aircraft coming. Okay, so we're going to be departing runway 24 here, which is right down the other end of the airport. Oh, sorry, the other end of the runway. So, let the cabin crew know that we're going to be departing soon. Once we reach the end, we'll go ahead and we'll get our takeoff and takeoff lights on, and our strobe lights on as well. And we're going to go back to this guy here. We're fairly heavy today. We're carrying a good amount of cargo and pretty full, almost full complement of passengers. So we're going to be looking at yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes roughly. So just going to keep an eye on that just to see if we actually kind of make time while we're in the air. I know we're going to be dealing with a bit of like weird weather along the way, so that may or may not cause issues as far as time is concerned. But outside of that, man, let's just get up into the air and enjoy ourselves. Now we're going to have an interesting departure coming in at Benito Salas Airport. The only approaches are VOR approaches. So I'm hoping that the weather holds off. But I'm feeling positive. It should be good for when we get there. So we'll see how things go. All right, so here we are at the end of the runway. I'm gonna use the this little extra bit of runway on the left here, on the right, sorry, to turn around. All right, hit the brakes a little too hard just now. Apply a little bit of throttle. I kind of wish is I had like a proper throttle quadrant, so I could make tighter turns like this. Fortunately, I just have like the joystick that has the the little throttle lever on there, so I control both throttles at the same time at all times. All right. I'm just gonna double check a couple things here. All right, we're gonna get ready for takeoff. Landing lights can come on. Strobe lights can come on as well. I think we are all good to go, folks. Gotta remember when we get up in the air, yaw damper on, and then autopilot on. Gonna probably get the autopilot on fairly quickly, just so I can kind of get hands off and relax a little bit. All right, so here we go, folks. Alright, I'm gonna apply a little bit of forward pressure. $80 knots. Stay in the center. 100 knots. And we can rotate.
Airborne time locked.
Gear up. Alright, just gonna try and follow the flight director. Alright, we'll go yaw damper on. And we'll do autopilot as well. And we're going to continue our climb. Let's just take a quick look outside as we climb out. Awesome. Go ahead and raise the flaps. All right, flaps are up. Gonna set our climb speed to 160, and we'll go ahead. Go to climb power. All right, and let's just do our takeoff and climb checklist. Of course, positive rate of climb. Sorry, gear up. Autopilot's engaged. Yaw damper is engaged. We can go ahead and turn off our taxi and takeoff lights. Don't need those guys anymore. Set our power manager to climb. Flaps are up. And yeah, everything else is just after we reach our transition altitude, which let me just double check that. I don't even know if I'm going to see any information on our transition altitude here. Yeah, there's not really much information for Guastualito, so it's all good. just use 18,000 feet for now. I don't really see anything in I don't see anything in Navigraph charts. So, man, these clouds are looking absolutely amazing. This is my first flight since the sim update. I believe it was sim update 13. Yeah, so this is going to be me pretty much testing out how things are flowing, how things are flying, seeing if I have any issues. Yeah, so far so good though. Alright, so as I said, we're going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes in the air. And I'm going to go ahead and start the chronometer. I forgot to start it on takeoff, so we're going to be a few minutes behind on that. But that's okay. Alright, so we're going to be heading over, as I said, to Benito Salas Airport. It's going to be in Neiva, Colombia. And let's see what Neiva is all about. So once again, this is a place that I have heard nothing about, so I have zero clue about it. I'm kind of getting that information ready. Big shout out to all the supporters that still check in. There's a couple of you that say what's up every now and then. So always got to give you guys a big shout out, of course. Shout out to Z Lively Vids. Shout out to my guy. Can't believe his name has slipped my mind. You know, I'm not gonna leave you hanging, bro. Milan building. So always shout out to him. Super supporter. Always hits me up in the comments just to let me know his thoughts on the flight, and I definitely appreciate it. Not gonna lie, bro, you're pretty much one of the only people who keep me going doing this. I love flying, but I do wish there was more interaction in the comments. So that's okay though. That's okay. I appreciate everybody who wants to participate and who wants to be involved. And I'm hoping to get settled in the next couple months, and then I can go back to kind of upping the quality and producing a little more videos, because that's really what I want to do, you know. But yeah, life has been very hectic, and I feel like it's about to get even more hectic, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen moving forward. Definitely, this is something where I don't want to just disappear. Like, it always hurts me. I mentioned his name a lot. Clumsy Gaming, one of my favorite sim YouTubers, he was doing like train sim, but then also switched to not train sim. He was doing flight simulator, but then switched heavily to like truck simming. He was sort of doing ATS, I think it's American Truck Simulator, and I used to love that guy's channel. So it always bugs me that he ended up kind of having to put his channel aside because of work. He just got really busy with work, and so he had to leave it behind. So I can imagine for him that was tough, you know. All right. I'm not going to wallow with that too much. Let's have some facts here about Neiva, Colombia. And let's see. Neiva, Colombia is the capital city of the Huila department. I don't really know what departments are in South America, but I I wonder if that's kind of like states or provinces. I'm not really too sure. This is located in the southwestern part of Colombia in the Andean region, so kind of up in the mountains, I guess. As of September 2021, Neiva had a population of approximately 370,000 people. Neiva's economy is diverse, with sectors such as agriculture, commerce, and services playing significant roles. Agriculture is in the surrounding area produces crops like rice, cotton, and oil palm. And the city is also known for its commercial activities and is seeing growth in the service sector. So Neiva has a tropical savanna climate characterized by warm to hot temperatures throughout the year, and the city experiences a wet season from April to November. Holy crap, April to November, wow. And a drier season from December to March. So it's a ton of rain there all the time. Neiva is known for hosting the Bambuco Festival, which celebrates the traditional Colombian dance and music style known as Bambuco. And this festival takes place in June and features parades, music, and dance performances. So some notable landmarks in Neiva include the Cathedral of San Pedro, the Santander Park, and the Puente de la Historia, which is an iconic bridge crossing the Magdalena River. So Neiva is well connected by road and air, and the Benito Salas Airport, which is where we're heading to now, serves the city and the surrounding region. Several bus companies also provide intercity transportation. So Neiva is a gateway to various tourist attractions in the Huila department, and visitors can explore the natural sites like the Tatacoa Desert, like Gaitana Canyon, and El Escorial Hot Springs. And the region is also known for its coffee farms and cultural heritage. So Neiva is home to several educational institutions, including universities like the Universidad Ser Colombiana and the Universidad Cooperative de Colombia. And the city has a rich history dating back to the pre-Columbian period when it was inhabited by indigenous groups. So it played a role in the fight for Colombian independence in the 19th century. That's just some quick facts, 10 quick facts on Neiva, Colombia. We are making our way up. We've actually crossed 15,000, so landing lights can come off. And yeah, just making our way up to cruising altitude. Climb is looking really good so far. Nice and powerful, no issues. As I said, we're looking at about 1 hour 30 minutes in the air, and hoping that we don't run into any weather on the way. Let's see. Looks like we're going to be dealing with headwinds on the way, unfortunately, for the most part. And if I look at our MFD here, looks like we're dealing with like a crosswind right now. It's a light crosswind, so yeah, keep an eye on that. All right, so that's it, folks. I will be back when we're starting our descent into Neiva. As I said, it's going to be a VOR approach, so I'm still going to follow our computer, but I will also be tuning the VOR so we kind of make sure we're headed in the right direction. All right, this is the boy FlyIslandGuy. I'll be catching you very, very soon. Take care. Peace. All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've started our descent in towards Benito Salas Airport. We've crossed below 10,000 feet. I've already set the altimeter, so let's go ahead and let's fire up our descent and approach checklists. We already set our altimeter to local. Pressurization is checked. Landing lights are on. Seatbelt signs and no device signs are on. Let's see, and it's on. Seatbelt signs and device signs are on. We don't need approach modes. This is a VOR non-precision approach. We're gonna slow down a little bit. Set our flaps to 15. Let's turn the taxi takeoff lights on now as well. Just to give you an idea of our approach for now, we are doing. There we go. We're going to be doing the VOR Runway 20 approach, which basically has us coming in towards this VOR. It's pretty much going to be a straight approach towards the runway, but we are coming in through the Lixie AG1A approach. It's like Simlink's not connected, not a huge deal though. We are kind of heading towards, we're heading towards NVA now. Actually no, I think we've crossed over NVA. Actually no, it says we're heading towards there now. We should be below 9,000 feet, which is where we're at. We're at 7,500 feet. And from there we are heading towards, as I said, the Neiva waypoint. We have to be there at 4,000 feet. And then we're going to head down to 3,600 feet. And that's when we hit the final approach fix. We're going to be descending towards the runway. So it should be a pretty straight in approach. Nothing too crazy there. We are right at our flap extension speed, and I think I'll bring the flaps out, flaps 15 once we hit NVA, which we are coming up to now. We have the VOR tuned. That's pointing exactly to the VOR, and it's been an absolutely amazing approach. In fact, overall, like the sim has looked good. I've had no complaints. I've already pretty much been sitting here just enjoying the view for the majority of the trip. Trying to see if I could spot the airport, because the airport should pretty much be straight ahead, but I don't see it yet, but it's going to be showing up soon. And I'm about to sneeze. Cut it off, just cut the mic off just in time. Alright, so we pretty much had a crosswind the whole flight, which means that we are a little bit behind schedule. If you look at our chronometer, we're almost at 90 minutes, which is roughly about how long the flight is. I think it's supposed to be an hour 36 minutes. Add on about 5 minutes to that, which is when we turn the chronometer on. So that's that means we're a little behind schedule. It's okay. We just trying to stay on the glide path, or the glide slope right now, or sorry, the VNAV path, sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Just extending our flaps so we can get down. It's definitely kind of struggling to stay on path. It's fine. I believe the airport is straight ahead. That's it right there. So spotted it. We're just going down to 3,600 feet. And then from there, we'll be turning right on towards the runway. I believe our terminal is going to be on the left when we land. So I'm just going to keep an eye out for that. And we are struggling to stay on the VNAV path. It's kind of crazy. It's okay though. Let's complete our checklist though. Landing checklist, cabin crews advised, flaps are 15, taxi takeoff lights are on, set power management to takeoff. Gonna go gear down, turning towards the airport now. I think I'm just gonna fly it in manually from here. Alright, so yaw damper and autopilot off. Let's go next, notch your flaps. Flaps 25, bumping around a lot for some reason. Let's go flaps 30. We are all set for landing. Getting bumped around a lot though. I'm just gonna back up slightly. So approach speed is supposed to be 104. So just keep an eye on that. We're a little fast right now. Alright, now we're just gonna watch our guidance. Just make sure we're not too low or too high. Alright, that's better. Okay, so we're doing about 105 for approach. Just kind of keep it here or near to here. Looks like we're a little high. I'm seeing 4 whites, I believe.
Wind 200.7 knots.
Check. Did not set my minimums, but we'll be all right.
500.
Wow, beautiful. It's a very beautiful approach. Okay, we're a little left.
200.
Getting a little slow. That's okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Landing time logged.
All right. So we've landed, folks. Welcome to Neiva. And just took a little while to spool down from reverse. We'll do landing lights off. Flaps up. This is the terminal building right here. I think we'll go to the end. Actually, no, we'll come here. Alright, I see a bunch of marshals right here. So we're just gonna come here and park. a little happy with the brake. How exactly is this supposed to work? Not sure why the oh wait, I think we're supposed to turn. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this though. This will do. Alrighty folks, let's get our wheel chocks, ground power connected. Alright, ground power's in. Don't know why I switched those on. Strobes are off, taxi takeoff lights can come off, beacon can come off, external power is activated, and
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Alright. So yeah, we were a little over our time. I'd say if we take a few minutes off from that taxi, actually no, I think we're pretty much right on time. Let's see what on air says. I'm gonna come to on air here. So on air has our block time at 115 minutes. 150 minutes. Yeah, that's very much over. That's very much over. Yeah, so we were pretty pretty late coming in. But that's okay though. We got here on time overall. And we have got a good mission under our belt. It's got pretty good pay. So that's it for me, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We're gonna have more videos coming soon. There's one special series that I really want to get started, and I'm gonna see if I could do that. But in the meantime, this is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you see fit. Outside of that, in the meantime, stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.